이건 직원들에게 유리한 상황 같아요.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see, we're doing Refraction Railway instead of a normal mirror dungeon run. And you know, the reason why is fairly obvious. It's because you know, line 1 has come back, which is really nice. So I've decided, what better way to, you know, replay line 1 of the Refraction Railway than by going back and using the old meta once again, the identities that were good when Refraction Railway first came out. And yeah, W Corp Don Quixote is looking a little different this time around, but trust me when I say that's totally still her. It's not my queen, it's W Corp Don Quixote. I'm definitely not cheating the system here or anything. But anyways, yeah. These are like some of the best identities that we used back when Refraction Railway Line 1 first came out. And, you know, they're all fairly simple, obvious as to, like, why they're powerful. Like, W Corp Don Quixote, who's definitely here on the team. She's just got, you know, really good skills, like a 5-coin skill that can hit really hard, as well as, you know, 3-coin skill too with a fragile application. She's very good, actually. Honestly, one of the biggest problems with this team is definitely Faust. Like, the problem she has is, in order to activate her passive, like the reason we're using Faust is obviously because she has Fluid Stack, right? And Fluid Stack is stupidly overpowered. And when it comes to egos, I am also restricting myself to only being able to use, you know, ones that existed back then, with one very notable exception, but we'll get to that when we get to that. And basically, the biggest problem with Faust is you want to use her in the team for Fluid Sack, right? But also, like, Grippy Faust, her support passive, well, her regular passive, it's 4 lust skills, and yeah, simply put, we don't have 4 lust skills. So it's like the main reason you want to use her is for that sanity healing, but and for Fluid Sack too, I suppose, but yeah. There just isn't a whole lot of, like, actual good identities from like season 1 that have a lust skill. Also, it's like I'm not really going to be trying that hard, so don't use this as like, yeah, don't use this as like a guide as to how to get a low turn count. Like, I'll be kind of surprised if we get under 100 turns at the end of this. But even still, it's nice to just chill out and, you know, use some old-fashioned identities instead of the new meta with all the hay shows that would absolutely just destroy all of these guys, no problem. Rabbit Heathcliff is definitely the best here, though, like, easily. Also not really. Like, I don't know which identity of these is the strongest. Probably, in my opinion, of all 5 of these identities we're using, it'd probably be W Corp Don Quixote who's the strongest. And yes, I will reiterate, that is totally definitely her.
개체에게 일격을 가하는 데
Trust me.
성공했습니다.
I know what I'm talking about.
만만찮겠군. 본인이 하지 발그로.
And yeah, she just has the most versatility out of everyone. Good damage, a little bit of support, really nice rolls.
방금 어떻게 하신 거죠?
After her, I'd probably say, honestly, Hong Lu is the second best. Just because, again, he has the most consistent damage.
여러분들 기분이 좋아 보이시네요.
So I swapped out Faust because yeah, she's just not really worth it, to be honest. Like the only reason Faust is even like the only reason I consider her to be, you know, good is for Fluid Sac. And also for her passive, obviously, but you know, when you can't actually activate her passive because you don't have enough lust skills, it's like, what's the point of running her, right? Ishmael's probably just better in that case. Like she's just a stronger identity all around. And not to mention the fact that she also has pretty powerful egos that she has access to, like Ardor Blossom Star, which is probably the most powerful. One thing I'm definitely missing though, that I kind of forgot about, is Don Quixote's Telepole. I'm pretty sure that was an ego that was available back here. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think it existed back here. And the reason why Don Quixote's Telepole is very valuable is, you know, because it gives the entire team charge, right? And when you have at least 2 charge identities, being able to instantly use their skill 3s like on turn 1, it's a very powerful effect. And that was definitely one of the main reasons why you'd bring her. It's why charge is, it's one of the reasons why charge is just like a pretty powerful status effect. Or not status effect, but like I guess status effect is the right word. But yeah, charge is just really reliable for getting a low turn count, and a lot of it has to do with Don Quixote's Telepole. Because she can just give everyone charge instantly.
여기다가 말하면 녹음되는 건가요?
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Honestly, I think this fight would be a lot better if we actually were using W Corp Don Quixote, because yeah, blunt damage doesn't seem to be the best here.
개체에 관한 기록을 제대로 펼쳐보지도 않은 직원이 있는데. 우와, 대장까지 지져주마!
It's still fine because, you know, it still rolls really high, but pierce damage is definitely a lot better. Or not even really pierce damage, it's just not blunt damage, you know?
봤어요?
I don't know, I feel really conflicted about doing Refraction Railway without trying to go for a low turn count. It feels wrong. Also, yippee, the best part about using Enclair. Very cool.
공격이었어.
깡총. 소화 끝.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
너무 쉽군요.
칼날이 잘 드네요.
앞당 패치
아마 그 공격이 약점이었겠죠?
오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어.
Alright, Blubbering Toad. A fairly interesting fight.
직원들의 증오심은
Oh my gosh, they actually buffed him. They actually buffed the Blubbering Toad and gave him unbreakable coins. Does that mean what I think it means? I hope so. If they buff the Blubbering Toad, then that means they probably also buffed the most dangerous boss in the entire game. Can't wait for that fight. That's gonna be fun.
재밌네요.
I love unbreakable coins. It's so funny. Because it's just like Project Moon has just decided like the best way to buff any enemy is just
방금의 공
give him random unbreakable coins, you know?
자체였다.
That's good enough. You don't need to do anything else. Just throw in as many unbreakable coins as you can and call it a day. That's all you need to do.
불길 속으로.
It actually does make the Blubbering Toad a little bit more difficult by giving him those unbreakable coins, because since the attack that has the unbreakable coins is the one that applies the sinking, it does make it so that you lose sanity a lot more consistently.
월등히 적은 것에는 다 이유가 있지만 뭐 그만큼
And it's a guaranteed
적은
infliction too. It's on head instead of heads hit, which it usually is.
깡총.
Going all in on the damage this turn, as we got good luck with Heathcliff.
방금 어떻게 하신 거죠? 깜짝 놀랐어요.
이것 봐. 환상체를 제압하는 건 우리만으로 충분하잖아.
Yeah. Sinclair corroded again because we broke the eyeball.
적에게 치명상을 입혔군요. 관리자님은
Good damage, though.
당신이 생각하는 것보다
Let's see if we got
대단한
lucky.
능력을
No, we
갖추고
didn't.
있다고
Rip.
제가 늘 말씀드렸죠. 전투에 임하겠습니다.
Sinclair moving first here is really awkward because he literally staggers. Both Heathcliff and Hongleo. If only he rolled low speed, that the stagger wouldn't be nearly as bad. Cool.
고작 이 정도로 쓰러지는 녀석은 없겠지.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
I don't know why. I feel so weak right now. Is it because we're only using 5 sinners, or is it because I'm using season 1 identities? I can't tell.
여기다가 말하면 녹음되는 건가요?
불길 속으로.
Either way, something feels bad. At least W Corp Don Quixote is doing good damage.
노래 부를까?
재밌네요.
I should probably use Ardor Blossom Moth
사실 마법 소녀들은
next turn though, because we got the skill 3.
너희만 괜찮다면 아니야.
불길 속으로.
그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까. 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치?
Like, I think this is one of the biggest problems with the older identities. It's the fact that, like, they all pretty much have, like, one good skill and the rest are, like, subpar. So, yeah, it gets into this sort of pattern where... Yeah, it gets into this pattern where it's just, you use your big attack, and you do a lot of damage, but then every turn after you do, like, nothing. And that's been solved much more recently with the newer identities, but with these older ones, that's why I really just don't like using the older identities. They hit hard once and then have to wait like 10 turns to do it again. And that's the biggest problem I have with them.
세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야. 이건 직원들에게 유리한 상황 같아요.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
This would be the perfect fight to use a pretty powerful ego. But unfortunately, our team is not built for it. Because we need pride. And I guess that's one reason why I should have kept Faust on the team. Because she was the only source of pride that I was using. Oh well, I might put her back on later. Probably not. But you never know.
내가 정할 수 있겠네. 아쉽다. 그치?
Honestly, another big reason why I'd say that the older identities aren't that good for railway content is because since like I said in the previous fight, you know, how most of them just sort of Whoa, okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Cromer's whistle and then he laughed too. Like, interesting. What was I saying? I got distracted by the Cromer's whistle. Right, yeah. So, because most of the older identities, right, they kind of excel at, I guess, burst damage is the best way to put it. It makes it so these fights against like the bunch of trash mobs, they're not the best at doing it very quickly. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're fine. I mean, we're beating every fight in under 10 turns, which is pretty much average, but even still, it definitely feels like it could be better. I mean, like, look at this right here, right? This is just me misplaying. Like, we had an extra slot with Enclair there that we could have killed that guy and shaved a turn off, but I just didn't do it. Wait. When did we get pride? How did we get pride resources? Okay, sure. I don't know when that happened, but apparently we have pride now. Enough to, yeah, trivialize the rest of this fight. Very cool.
정의보다도 푸른 자여, 사랑보다 붉은 자여, 운명 속에 파묻힌 그대 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다. 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을! 아르카나 슬레이어!
방금 공격
Isn't it great to use the blunt ego against tons of blunt weak enemies? It's very nice.
도움이 될지도 몰라.
따뜻하게 안아줄 수는 있어요.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
칼날이 잘 드네요. 아마 그 공격이 약점이었겠죠?
모든 무상무정 시선해봐야 부질없다 해도 기꺼이
해냈구나.
저 풍진 세상으로.
나라도 그랬을 거야.
We need more AoE attacks. Like, I feel so not necessarily weak, but yeah, just not enough spread damage. We don't have enough spread damage, and that's the biggest problem we're having right now.
당신을 인도해주진 못해도 따뜻하게 안아줄 수는 있어요.
ドクターのように優れた式ですね。
좋아, 대장까지 찢어주마. 올바른 방법으로 너무 쉽군요.
Maybe it's just because I'm used to the mirror dungeon, and because of that, I'm kind of conditioned in such a way where, yeah, I'm conditioned in such a way where I'm used to just one-shotting every regular enemy. But then again, they do each have like over 200 health, which normally they only have like 100, so that's definitely playing a part.
잘했다는 칭찬은 생략하는 게 좋겠지?
I don't know, I still feel like we're doing fine. Like as inefficient as I feel like I'm playing, it's still fine. Like we're still under 10 turns.
떠버렸나?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
날 뛰어보라고.
완벽한 한 방. 시원한
그
걸.
오물을 좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어가.
성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어.
직원들이 긍정적인 환경에
Alright, Alleyway Watchdog. Let's go.
관리자님이
This guy hits kind of hard. Not really, though. He shouldn't be that bad.
깡총.
림버스 컴퍼니の皆さんとご一緒できて
Only 5 speed. Come on, Heathcliff. You can do better than that.
만만치 않겠군. 본인이 하지.
It's probably a good thing he didn't roll high speed there because, yeah, we're not really ready to use his skill 3. Because you want to combo it with like all the other skill 3s in order to have take the most advantage of his 40% bonus damage as possible.
장부에 적힌 놈들은 볼 때마다 기가 막힙니다.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
사랑으로 정의 이름으로 이웃.
Winning any clashes right now is basically a 50-50 because, yeah, his coin power is so high, 16.
장부에 적힌 놈들은 볼 때마다 기가 막힙니다.
And then his base roll is terrible, so it's like,
감기처럼 엄격한 거.
yeah,
감기처럼 이해할 수 없는 걸 요구하는 것도 아닌데 말이야.
what can you do, right? Well, I'll tell you what we can do. We can absolutely just destroy him right now because we got perfect RNG. Almost perfect RNG.
깡총.
Cool. We did it. Big damage incoming. Or not, because I thought these were the same parts. God damn it. I messed up. The head and the person body were very identical. I thought they were the same part. I messed up. I completely wasted the 4 fragile. I guess not completely wasted, but mostly wasted.
정신이 물러 터졌군요.
Oh well.
이것 봐. 환상체를 제압하는 건
Definitely a
충분하잖아.
skill issue on my part.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
It's very awkward when, yeah, you just
떼어내주지.
don't have enough skills to clash with everything.
サンタさんの作戦とても効果的でした。
That's what happens when you get staggered and don't have a lot of damage yourself. That sucks. How is he fast? This guy's too fast. But this is nice. Skill check means we don't get staggered. But Ishmael's probably dead. No, she is dead. Thank you, Sinclair. Yeah, Sinclair kills Ishmael. Rip. Probably also kills Heathcliff as well. Yeah, he's dead.
방금 공간이 뒤흔들리고 그 공격을 맞았구나.
How is this? How is the Alleyway Watchdog giving us this much trouble?
봤어요?
That's wild.
팀에서 가보자.
직원 중 하나의 생체 반응이 사라졌습니다.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
징계팀 직원이라면 당연한 판단이긴 해. 잘했다는 칭찬은 생략하는 게 좋겠지?
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
저희가 우세한 상황입니다.
만만찮겠군. 본인이 하지.
I guess the reason why this guy's giving me so much trouble is because I'm not playing to his gimmick, like, at all. I've just been completely ignoring it. So yeah, I can't really blame anyone but myself for having this much trouble with this guy. Oh well. We did it eventually. That's all that matters.
찔러놓고 웃겨놨지만 저것들은 언젠가 다시 재생하겠지.
승객들.
If you thought the last fight was rough, you haven't seen anything yet. We got the hardest boss in the entirety of the mirror dungeon right here, KQE. And he's they gave him a single unbreakable coin and nothing else. And they this is pathetic. What is this? They don't even let him inflict the fragile, like, or not the the paralysis. Like, come on, man. What are you doing to my boy KQE? This is barely a buff. I am severely disappointed.
불길 속으로.
Oh well, what can you do? He is the hardest boss in the game after all. Can't expect him to be buffed too much.
좋아. 얼른 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
I mean, it just goes to show how difficult he is when you can literally clash against him with skill 1s and have a consistent way to win. I mean, The Alleyway Watchdog had plus 16 coin power. This guy doesn't even have that. He can't even roll a 16. And yet he's after the Watchdog. Wild. I wish he was stronger.
입에서 갑자기 쓴맛이.
And there he is, the only buff he got.
위험한 일이 있을 때마다
Two unbreakable coins. And nothing else. Very cool.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
모두가 너를 잊어도 반드시 되찾을 거다.
That's unlucky. That means we're doing less damage next turn. Oh well, doesn't matter.
장부에 적힌 놈들
It wasn't on the most important characters, so it's fine.
만만찮겠군. 본인이 하지.
This is why Body Sack is Heathcliff's best ego, specifically for Rabbit, you know?
기계는 입에 발린 말 따위
Because you
쉽게
can combo it
방금의
in
물리적인
combination with his
적절하지
skill
못했습니다.
3, and because it gives him 3 haste, it
정보까지 일일이 읽어드리는 기능을
basically
바라시면서
guarantees the fact that it will get the extra coins. Unfortunately, it's not enough to actually stagger KQE. Not that it matters, because yeah, he doesn't do any damage. Like 100 plus 10. I love KQE. He's such a... Oh, he's such a hard fight, man. He really is. Hardest fight in the game right here. So difficult. I'm really struggling to come up with actual interesting commentary. Holy.
직원 중 하나가
But hey, maybe we'll actually be able to see the
그러나 아시다시피
heart of the town.
우리는 앞으로
Silver
나아가야
lining, am I right?
불길 속으로.
It really is night and day, like between this guy and the Watchdog. That's all I can think about right now is just the drastic difficulty spike between the two of them. Spike is the wrong word. It's the opposite of that.
메인 이벤트 한번 열어놔봐.
Oh, we get another go with this with Heathcliff's skill 3. It won't be very powerful because he only has 1 bullet left, but it's something.
모두가 너를 잊어도 반드시 되찾을 거다.
Honestly, I wish they gave Rabbit Heathcliff like a retreat mechanic, you know? Kind of like
여기다가 말하면 녹음되는 건가요?
불길 속.
kind of like how Full Stop Heathcliff has a retreat mechanic, you know?
개체에게 치명적인 손상을 입히는 데 성공했습니다. 앞으로의 전투도 이대로만 부탁드리겠습니다.
But his Rabbit Heathcliff's retreat mechanic should be, you know, on demand, I think.
상황이 끝나면 티피리트에게 방금 상황 녹화되어
Only
있다고
because it's
물어봐.
like
이 정도면 엔젤라님에게도 증명할 수
he
있어.
can still be of use
이래.
without ammo, you know, especially if you have a skill 3 in his lineup, because that's pretty much the only one of his skills that actually do any kind of reasonable damage.
제압 개체에게 맞는 공격 수단도 못 고르면서 왜 징계팀에 남아 있지?
좋아. 이렇게 박살 내버리는 거다.
Because right now he's basically a dead weight.
떼어내주지.
비효율적인 공격이었습니다.
How is KQE is literally taking the longest to beat out of anybody? That's hilarious. We're already at 11 turns.
정의 이름으로.
He really is the hardest boss in the game. I mean, he's the only one that managed to, you know, force Heathcliff to run out of ammo. I mean, some of them did, but we won the fight immediately afterwards, but not KQE.
재밌네요.
금방 끝내고 버스로 돌아갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
In fact, I'm literally just win rating at this point. Like, come on, KQE, you're not that interesting. You have like 2 things that you can do, and that's it. Stop taking this long to die.
Limbus Company の皆さん、この勢いに乗って勝ちに行きましょう。
God, I can't wait to redo this entire railway with all the haze shows and instantly shave 20 turns off just because we're using an actual status effect instead of charge. God, imagine if we did this fight with Rupture. It'd be so much faster.
씹는 맛이 있는데.
자, 악당 퇴치 성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 오, 기운이 솟는다, 단테. 가서 빨리 때려 눕히자고.
불길 속.
So far, KQE is actually the hardest boss that we fought. Very cool. He took 5 turns longer than anybody else. Really, he really is the hardest boss in the game. Let's see if the Ictus is capable of surpassing that level of strength. Probably not, but you never know.
이 안정감 있고 부드럽게 잡히는 푹신.
Can't get too much of a combo going, actually, which is a little unfortunate, but what can you do? We got bad speed. Can't clash against everything. At least the skills we can't clash against aren't that bad. I mean, they just apply a little bit of bind on characters who don't really care about their speed. It'll make clashing the next turn a little awkward, but we don't really want to clash the next turn. We want to go full damage.
관리법에 적어둬야.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다.
We might have went a little too hard on the damage this turn because we went full in on the body, but the body is severable, which means that if we break it early, that's a lot of wasted damage.
충격이 딱 한방 먹였어.
아르카나 비트.
Yeah, I think we wasted a full skill.
치명상을 입혔군요.
Oh well.
관리자님은
Technically 2 full skills, but
대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다.
it is what it is.
제가 늘 말씀드렸죠.
무슨 일?
What can you
저는
do?
언제나
깡총.
재밌네요.
Yay, I love losing clashes. It's so fun.
사랑으로 정의 이름으로 미용.
I love being slow. It's so fun. It's so fun to be slow. Do you guys love being slow? I love being slow. I need to be slow more often.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Being forced into a position where you can do nothing but just take damage. It's so fun.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Can't even avoid a corrosion either because I need to clash.
방금의 물리적인 공격은 적절하지 못했습니다.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
And of course, every single time Sinclair corrodes, he gets high speed, so he staggers us before we can attack. Love that. That's the best part about it. I think that's sort of counteracted a little bit by the Ictus also getting high speed, but only for one character. I swear, running this ego is more of a detriment than anything else. Like, it's only been bad. I mean, that granted, it's because I'm just not using egos, but I think Sinclair would be a much better identity if I just wasn't using any egos right now. But what can you do? That's something that's only really relevant in hindsight.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Somehow, we managed to beat him without anyone dying, and yet KQE still reigns supreme as the hardest fight in the railway.
불길 속으로.
No, Queenie, you're too cute to lose clashes. This fight shouldn't be that bad. I mean, it's a lot of weaker enemies, you know? That automatically makes it better than just a single big boss with 2,000 health.
승객들, 뭔가 기분 좋은 일이라도 있었던 거야?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Speed tiers are being super annoying. They always are. Oh, what can he do? Play better? That's not possible.
상태가 나빠 보이는군요.
I always play terribly.
이걸 나사 빠진 상태라고
24/7.
표현하던가요?
Sheesh. I can't win a clash to save my life. Very cool. Like I said, can't win a clash to save my life.
개체의 약점을 정확히 꿰뚫었습니다. 준비를 철저히 했나 봅니다.
그러니까 거기서 이렇게 피해주면 됐잖아.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Wild how we're struggling this much with these guys. Like, they're not that difficult of enemies, to be fair. But, I don't know. Railway's just built different, I suppose.
운명의 기운이 공명하는 것 같아. 그 공격을 선택한 건 좋았던 것 같네.
불길 속으로. 날 뛰어보라.
다른 부서에 있는 에고까지 가져오길 잘했지. 적재적소했으니까 이만큼 효율적인 일도 없잖아.
정의보다도 푸른 자요, 사랑보다 붉은 자요. 운명 속에 파묻힌 그대 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛의 맹세한다. 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을! 아르카나 슬레이어!
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
재밌네요.
Crazy how that attack did almost nothing. It's funny. But hey, we killed one of them. And we killed the most dangerous of them all, which means the rest of this fight is... The rest will fall very quickly.
쓸모가 있으려면
Ah, damn it. I didn't realize Sinclair was that low on health. Or not health, sanity. Oops. I guess it doesn't really matter. Like, this fight's basically already over. Sure, he might kill some people here, but...
시원한 걸.
And of course he rolls max speed again. Why does he always do this? Oh, it would be so good if he just didn't roll max speed like he always does. Like, look at that. He staggered 2 people before they could attack. If they could just attack before he did that, we'd be fine, but no. He's gotta get max speed. Always. Forever.
저희가 우세한 상황입니다.
Fight would be over.
이미
This fight would...
매뉴얼을 대여섯 번은 어긴 직원들도 보이는 이 책임은 다음에 묻도록.
Sinclair, what are you doing, man?
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
What are you doing? Now this fight is an extra... like 2 turns. All because of that.
생체 반응이 끊어진 개체의 기록이 감지됩니다. 만약 제가 인간이었고 조금 더
I'm so disappointed at him.
당신과 하이파이브 같은 걸 시도해 보았을지도 모르겠네요.
At least if I was using like any other ego besides whatever it's called, I don't remember. Like the targeting would be actually random, and at least then like it might not stagger everyone instantly. Hey Corp. My favorite. Best part about this fight is they just don't attack. Or it's not that they don't attack, it's that like, well yeah, they just don't attack half the time, you know? They love to use defense skills, which makes it quite easy to just actually avoid clashing. Very cool. Unfortunately, it is a bit of a long fight, but also, fortunately, they're pretty weak to blunt damage, and we got a lot of that, so... Pretty good. Pretty good. I definitely want to save Don Quixote's skill 3 for her to have the maximum... What's it called? The hysteria. Also, yeah, it's partially to do with the actually getting the attack weight from it, but also it's mostly to do with just. It's not really worth using it in the first encounter, you know? Because these enemies, they're gonna die very quickly. So it's better to save it for the next wave.
엄청난 공격이었어. 기념할 만한 걸.
너무 쉽군요.
적에게 치명상. 완전 멋있는 걸.
Here we go. Big attack incoming. Not this one, but later. It's not quite max power, but it's pretty close. This will be a pretty quick second wave, I think. Oh yeah, that's W Don Quixote popping off right there. Couldn't get that from any other identity, that's for sure.
너무 쉽군요.
Unfortunately, it's not enough to beat this wave in 2 turns, but that's more so to do with everybody else's skills rather than what Don Quixote herself could do. Basically, not that big of a deal that it didn't really speed up the fight very much. I mean, it did. It killed like 2 of them, so.
이 정도쯤이야?
너무 쉽군요.
내 피가 배고파했어.
불길 속으로.
We could use egos, but I don't really want to use them on anybody but Heathcliff, just because, like, you know,
장까지 찢어주마.
he's kind of weak without his skill 3, and yeah, you just don't want to waste ammo for him. Because his skill 3 is just way too powerful. No trespassing is a pretty scary attack. I'm glad they gave it unbreakable coins. Like, of any skill in the game that they gave unbreakable coins to, I'm glad it was this one that got it.
직원들 복장 점검은 다 마치셨습니까? 불길 속.
Cool, here we go. We're starting to actually pop off a little bit. I'm playing it. I'm playing this way better than I feel like I played any of the other fights.
개체의 약점을 정확히 꿰뚫었습니다. 준비를
Part of that has to do with the fact that, like, it's definitely an easier fight, I think. But also, it's like,
방법으로 개체에게 일격을 가할 뿐. 이것이 바로
yeah, I'm just using egos for Heathcliff, and that's basically the main thing that's different here.
장까지 찢어주마.
Just screw any attack of his that isn't the skill 3, you know. And if he does have his skill 3 coming up, then you do body sack first.
깡총.
아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까. 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치?
I probably should have saved that skill for, you know, quick suppression combo, but that it would have been an extra turn anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Why does it want to use this, bro? What the heck? Quick suppression. What are you doing, game?
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
이제 평화가. 자, 악당 퇴치.
Good fight. I like that one.
오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어.
저희에게 유리한 상황입니다. 이대로 승리.
All right, here we go. The Slithering Inquisitors and the 4-legged beasts. What are they weak to? Slash and Pierce, aka not blunt damage, which a little unfortunate, but what can you do, right?
불길 속으로.
You know, with the Slithering Inquisitors being here, right? And with their main gimmick being about poison, it's like, man, I wish poison was definitely had more of a presence in this game. Like, it's not that interesting of a status effect because it's basically just an alternate version of burn, right? But it's like, I don't know how I feel about that sort of argument. Because there's like alternate versions of like every other status effect in the game, right? And it's not just like, you know, like Tremor's alternate types.
장부에 적힌 놈들은 볼 때마다 기가 막힌
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
I mean more like how, you know, sinking and rupture and
좋아.
what's the other one?
까지 찢어주마. 좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어갔군.
And bleed, right? They're all very similar in how they work, right? Obviously it's not one to one. They do things differently, but like sinking and rupture for example are the most similar status effects in the game, and it's like, yes, they do different things, but at the end of the day, they're still both status effects that do damage when you hit an enemy, right?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
So it's like, it's not that bad. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have that, but it's like,
제 약점을 정확히
because
꿰뚫었으니
sinking and rupture are basically the same status effect at the end of the day, you could have poison and burn. Do basically the same thing, but slightly differently, you know? And then you could also make it something like with Tremor and give it its own unique status effects too and stuff like that, you know? Make poison its own niche. I want more poison. I want more poison than just these enemies, and that's basically it. Sinclair corroded again because I wasn't paying attention, and I was talking about bleed or poison, not bleed. What am I saying? At least this time he undersped the two guys he's attacking, so it's not that bad.
치명상을 입은 직원이 있군요. 매일 말하는 거지만 모든 죽음은 의미가 없습니다. 손실을 극복할 수 있는 방법을 모색해 주세요.
무슨 일 있었던 겐가?
I am playing this fight incredibly inefficiently. I'll say that much. And it's not just the fact that I'm not using egos like at all, but I'm just not paying attention to the fight at all, and I'm just basically clicking win rate without clicking win rate, you know? I mean, why did I use this ego? I don't know. Well, I do know. It's because I feel like we're not beating this fight fast enough, and I just need it. Nice. 5%. Cool. Thank you. Luck is a skill. Oh my god, 2 in a row. Wow. Both the single coin skills. Nice. I love this game sometimes. Anyways, what was I saying? Right, this fight wasn't... I feel like this fight isn't going... Not necessarily bad, but like... Yeah. I wanted to speed it up a bit, so I used that ego. This fight is definitely going to take a while. Like, we still haven't even gotten through one of the Inquisitor's arms, which means he's got a whole other part behind that, and yeah, 1,000 health. Turn 8. Yikes. It's definitely awkward when a character has a severable part. Cause yeah, I kind of wasted the skill 3 here. Oops. At least I didn't also waste Sinclair's attack, so silver lining, I suppose. There always is one.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Yeah, I mean, look at this damn. We're doing like nothing. Ugh. Don't use this team if you're trying to get a fast time. Like that's
적들이
yikes. Not very good.
깡총.
That's unfortunate. We missed one coin and it didn't break his arm because of it. Rip. Plus one turn.
봤어요?
조이 하나가 박살냈어.
Oh well. Well. Hey, at the very least, like this fight's getting kind of close to KQE levels of danger.
만만찮겠군.
So that's neat. If we're not careful, it might actually surpass him as the hardest boss in the Railway 1. I doubt it. He's got 5 fragile. We can kill him within 3 turns. The poison's stacking up though.
좋아. 대장까지 지져주마.
징계팀 직원이라면 당연한 판단이긴 해. 잘했다는 칭찬은 생략하는 게 좋겠지? 이래서 장비는 속성별로 준비해달라고 부탁해놨었지.
Yo, everyone's staggered. Let's go.
그만큼 효율적인 일도 없잖아.
This is gonna be scary. Do I sacrifice somebody? I think I have to, right? Like we can't guarantee a win here if we actually clash against all of his skills. Because everyone's staggered because of poison damage.
방금의 공격. 혹시 그 자체야.
Honglu, yeah, okay. Honglu was able to finish it off.
있는 힘껏
Very cool.
찔러놓고 웃겨놨지만
Still not harder than KQE.
저것들은 언젠가 다시 재생하겠지.
Alright, and now we get the double fight.
파티를 열어주겠다고 하니.
This fight right here is probably, in my opinion, the coolest thing about Railway 1. The fact that we got a double abnormality fight. Like that never happens. You never see a double abnormality fight anymore. It's basically only this railway and that's it. I do have to take one attack. Like, there's nothing I can really do about it.
불길 속으로.
Not if I want to take advantage of the 40% extra damage from quick suppression. Kind of unfortunate that we got max speed, turn 1. And quick suppression in the bottom slot, so we couldn't stall with body sack, but it is what it is.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
We get a tiny bit of value.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다.
It basically, the 40% damage basically negated
쉽게 하지 않아요.
the randomest coin that Sinclair got. Because of course he did. Blood cannon. Oh no.
깡총.
Cool, cool, cool. This fight is actually easier than both of the abnormalities individually. Just because like they keep alternating between what they do, right? And that's mostly just to guarantee that you actually can do something and you're not just sitting there clashing. Also, Queen corroded. That might not be good. I mean, W Corp Don Quixote, not the Queen. That's, what am I saying?
따뜻하게 안아줄 수는
It's
있어요.
definitely W Corp.
올바른 방법으로 개체에게 일격을 가했군요. 이것이 바로 정보의 힘입니다.
Alright, she didn't corrode into the scary ego, which is simultaneously unfortunate and very good. Also, got lucky. Nice. This is why
임하겠습니다.
Sinclair's ego, I can't remember its name. The soup ego. Why it's not very good to run when you're on specifically Enclair, because its targeting is specifically, it targets the characters with the lowest health, right? Which, especially in a boss fight like this where they have over 2,000 health, that's almost always going to be your own units. So yeah, definitely not a very good ego to run. I'll say that much. Especially when you're not planning on using it at all. Like if you actually are going to use it, then it's a different story. But also, corroding there was actually like really bad because yeah, now we don't get a very powerful skill 3 for Don Quixote. But she's now in positive sanity technically. But maybe if she loses another clash, won't have to worry about that, but no. Okay. Back in positive. Cool. I can't not use the evade, but if I use the evade, then I lose the extra damage from Queenie's passive, but what can I do? I can't not use Honglu's evade when he's taking 3 attacks.
징계팀 직원이라면 당연한 판단이긴 해. 잘했다는 칭찬, 생략하는 게 좋겠지?
야! 아르카나 빌! 차!
대성공이야. 가론 신나.
And of course he fails the very first one. Very cool. Oh well, it's not that bad.
조금만 더 힘내자.
Oh, this right here is awful. Why is your skill 3 in the bottom slot when you're at negative 40 sanity, Sinclair?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Alright, hopefully we can kill the Ictus on this turn, if we're lucky. And by lucky, I mean we just need to roll all heads. Shouldn't be that difficult.
개체 부위가 파괴되어 있어요.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
And now it's a 1v5. Should be good. Just need to get lucky. Shouldn't be that difficult. Let's see if the mini Alleyway Watchdog is any harder than his big brother version. My guess is yes, we're gonna probably lose at least one character here. If he keeps stacking up his coin power like the previous one did. Which he probably is. I think in order to avoid that you need to break the telepole. Or at least hit it. So yeah, pretty good. I think we should have this. Maybe another 2-3 turns, maybe. Still not harder than KQE. How is KQE the one that took me the longest to beat, man? Truly the hardest boss in the game. That's all I can say.
직원들이 우세한 환경에 있습니다.
운이
긍정적인
따라준다면
변화네요.
좋겠네요.
Next turn's a guaranteed win because quick suppression. But I think Honglu can finish it off.
재밌네요. 너무 쉽군요.
있는 힘
And that's why he's here.
으깨놨지만 저것들은
직원들이 긍정적인
Oh, cool.
환경에 놓이게 되었어요.
We just start with it. Nice.
관리자님이 이 기회를 잘 활용하길 기다리겠습니다.
전투에
It's a little unfortunate that you don't get the unique interaction with Enclair and Cromer when it's anything but the story mode. But I guess it would just be like a little too easy if you did get that guaranteed first turn stagger on Cromer if you just brought this one identity. It'd definitely be a little pay to win.
여기서 빛은 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 아르카나 슬레이어!
Not that strong, all things considered, but definitely stronger than her skill 1 would have been.
재밌네요.
It's been ages since I fought Cromer. Mostly because she's just not that prevalent in the Mirror Dungeon, honestly. Who do I want to get staggered? Heathcliff. He's useless without quick suppression, so he's a perfect candidate to get staggered. I shouldn't waste skill 3. That one next turn's gonna have a lot of high clashing skills.
오늘도 정의로운 날이 될 수 있도록 힘내자. 함께.
Oh, they gave him unbreakable coins. Color me shocked. Not really.
불길 속으로.
사랑으로 정의 이름으로
It's like I like Cromer as a fight, you know. She's definitely got some interesting mechanics with her forced staggers, because she's got like so many forced staggers. And I guess that's also kind of one of the reasons why I just don't fight her very often in the Mirror Dungeon. It's just because of all the forced staggers, there's a very, very limited amount of ways you can actually beat her, and that's you have to corrode. You have to force corrosion. There's no other way. Specifically with solos, of course. Like in a full team, it doesn't matter because you have, you know, 5 other characters that can, you know, attack while one of them is staggered. But yeah, that's definitely the main reason why I just don't really care much for the Cromer fight. It's not that it's bad, it's just very samey, you know. At least here it's a lot more interesting.
좋아. 장까지 지져주마.
징계팀 직원이라면 당연한 판단이긴 해. 잘했다는 칭찬은 생략하는 게 좋겠지?
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요. 재밌네요. 재밌네요.
Dang. Oh, that sucks. Honglu missed 1 coin and that cost us an extra turn. That's the worst part. That's by far the worst part about Refraction Railway, when you barely add an extra turn because one bad luck RNG roll. I guess this entire turn should not have happened. I'll say that much.
그러니까 거기서 이렇게 피했으면 됐잖아.
불길 속으로.
Big damage incoming from W Corp Don Quixote.
불길 속으로. 장까지 찢어주마. 좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어갔군.
Oh no, not the 3 damage unbreakable coins. I'm so scared.
당신을 인도해주진 못해도 따뜻하게 안아줄 수는 있어요.
100 damage is pretty good for an AoE attack that didn't have any AoE. Probably gonna use that one again. That's pretty good.
모든 무상무정 시선해봐야 부질없다 해도
That one not so much.
저 풍진
But
세상.
here we go, the big one.
사라져라.
Ooh, baby, almost 500 damage. Let's go.
한방 먹였어.
That's my queen right there. I can't really do anything with Sinclair. Actually, I can. I can redirect an attack, and that's it. Cool. It's not really worth redirecting it, though, because it doesn't do any damage, but it does more damage than Sinclair. But Sinclair also doesn't do anything, so why bother, right?
좋아. 장까지 찢어주마. 재밌네요.
칼날이 잘 드네요. 아마 그 공격이 약점이었겠죠? 여기다가 말하면 녹음되는 건가요?
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
혀! 아르카나 슬레이버!
Ah, that one missed coin. Would have staggered otherwise. Rip.
다음에 다른 개츠에게도 다시 해봐줄래?
Unfortunate.
영상으로 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
You know, Cromer's getting pretty close to beating KQE. I'll say that much. Good for her.
치명상을 입은 직원이 있군요.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Yeah, I think Cromer might actually beat out KQE.
아르카나 슬레이버!
It all depends. I mean, who knows? With almost 300 damage right there?
개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로
Maybe not.
기계는 입에 발린 말 따위
판단할 수
쉽게
있다면.
하지 않아요. 정신이 물러 터졌군요.
Oh, come on. 5%? You're kidding me. Hong Lu, what are you doing?
또 먹혀버렸어.
Somebody died. Oh, Heathcliff died. Can't believe that just happened. I can't believe that just happened. I feel absolutely robbed. I feel completely robbed right now. Luck is a skill. Just gotta keep reminding yourself that. Luck is a skill. And apparently, I'm not very skillful.
정의보다도 푸른 자여, 사랑보다 붉은 자여, 운명 속에 파묻힌 그대 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다. 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을! 아르카나 슬레이버!
It's okay. If anyone's got me, the queen's got me.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
Who cares? Nobody cares. Hong Lu, you better not screw it up a second time.
운은 실력과도 연관되어 있죠.
Full damage. Go.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
떼어내주지.
I didn't look at the turn count. Was that 14 turns? That might have been equal to KQE. So the two hardest bosses in the game, KQE and Cromer.
내일도 꼭 불러주기야.
Oh, hell yeah. Perfect. Look at this. We got the perfect RNG. 7 attack weight. Or not attack weight. 7 speed. Let's go. That's literally perfect for this fight. Because, in case you didn't know, one of the actual major benefits of bringing, specifically, Rabbit Heathcliff into this fight is that he can actually one-shot Ada. If he rolls all heads, that is. Which he didn't do.
엄청난 공격이었어.
Rip.
기념할 만한 걸. 사랑과 정의.
Would have been nice. Would have been nice. Oh well. This fight right here is one of the biggest reasons why you wanna bring a status effect that isn't charge into the railway, because without it you can't exactly bypass My Form Empty's gimmick. And its gimmick is pretty, I want to say nasty, but that's not quite right. In fact, it's very wrong. Also, we can't win any clashes. Nice. Story of my life.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
But yeah, I mean, look at how little damage we're doing. Like 10 damage. You have to play into its gimmick unless you have a status effect. And that alone is the reason why you want to bring something like Rupture or Sinking into this, into the railway. Because anything else isn't out good enough to beat this last fight quickly.
직원들 복장 점검은 다 마치셨습니까?
It's like this fight is literally designed to be beaten through its gimmick. Like, you have to clash against My Form Empties. You can't kill these guys unless you literally get the perfect attack like Quick Suppression. But, unfortunately, that didn't work out.
올바른 방법으로 개체에게 일격을 가했군요. 이것이 바로 정보의 힘입니다.
It's just damage in this fight. It doesn't matter, you know? You can do as much damage as possible, but like, at the end of the day, unless it's a insta-kill, it doesn't do anything. Like, all the damage. 240 damage into Gido. Nothing. It did literally nothing. Because he's back at full health. This fight sucks. I'm gonna be real, this fight sucks. If you're trying to do it fast. They gave this skill unbreakable coins for some reason, but it's like, why? If you're playing it properly, then it doesn't matter that it has unbreakable coins, because it should be going into the enemies. I have to let Ada attack. I need to get rid of the karma, because if I don't... Oh, that's unfortunate. It almost killed Gido. If only I attacked him. Rip.
방금 전에는 굉장했다고. 베르겔 그 인간도 이건 인정할 걸? 내가 쓸모가 있으려면. 자, 사라져라.
I love doing over 200 damage and none of it matters. This fight's amazing.
징계팀 직원이라면 당연한 판단이긴 해. 잘했다는 칭찬.
My Form Empties kind of sucks. I mean, it's like, I don't know how I feel about it, because on the one hand, I like fights where you're forced to play into their gimmicks, right? But on the other hand, it's in a on the other hand, it's in a game mode where you're trying to beat the fight as quickly as possible, right? So that means you have to in order to play it properly, the optimal way to do it is to completely ignore the gimmick and just beat it down with status effects. So it's like, there we go. That's what we were supposed to do on turn 1.
아마 그 공격이 약점이었겠지?
Insta-kill Ada with quick suppression. I guess technically speaking, at the end of the day, it didn't really matter, but... Well, it kind of did, because it would have meant that we clashed less against her. And the less we clash, the stronger we become.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
It should be good. Hell yeah, 4 damage. I forgot to change Don Quixote's targeting. Oopsie. Honestly, keeping that karma on Hong Lu is better because, yeah, Gido's at max karma right now, so he dies. And now we have a little bit of extra karma that we can apply immediately onto my form empties. I guess this is the reason why it has unbreakable coins, right?
정의보다도 푸른 자여, 사랑보다 붉은 자여, 운명 속에 파묻힌 그대의 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다. 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을! 아르카나 슬레이어!
Oh my gosh, I love doing actual damage. It's so nice.
이것 봐. 환상체를 제압하는 건 우리만으로 충분하잖아.
Oh, no. Managing his sanity is so hard. He's gonna kill Heathcliff, isn't he? I appreciate it, Sinclair. I appreciate it. This game is great. I love this I love this game. I love this game so much. 5%. Why do I even bother? Why do I even bother with you, man? Why do I even bother? Ooh, actually, hold on. he loses the clash. No, this is perfect. This is actually perfect because look at this. He either loses the clash or he wins it and he doesn't attack anybody because, you know, my form empties is too powerful. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. The corrosion actually benefited us for once. All because my form empties has a lot of anti-attack weight? What's it even called? Skill slot weight? I don't know.
방금 공격 다음에 다른 개체에게도 다시 해봐줄래? 영상으로 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
Oh my god. This is hilarious. This is actually hilarious. Because we actually are legitimately going to beat this fight quicker than we beat KQE. KQE, 14 turns. Highest any other fight. 13. Proof. Undeniable proof that KQE is in fact the hardest boss in the game. I rest my case.
승리의 보람과 세상의 아름다움에 대해 들어본 적 있는가? 없어도 전혀 상관없다네. 지금 우리가 보는 경치가 바로 그런 것일 테니.
And that's how I beat Refraction Railway Line 1 with the old meta units. They still hold up enough today to be able to perform at a decent enough level of strength, but if you are trying to optimize as much as possible, you're better off leaving them behind. They excel more at quick burst damage, so in more long-term content such as Railway, they can't really perform at the highest level anymore. Anyway, that's it for me. Like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Goodbye!